Capo going to be ready for tomorrow?
Hopefully, pretty sure,
Yeah.
but that's not 100%.
Okay.
So yeah, we got through today, and then medical staff will let me know in the morning. But he looks good.
Are things a bit more in doubt with Reeves?
Rebo's still day to day. I mean, I'm doubtful for tomorrow, but I'm not saying he's not going to play, but I'm doubtful for tomorrow.
Would he be, you might put him on IR and back?
That's not my job.
And Kreider just, I mean, is there nothing, he'll be good for tomorrow?
Kreider, yeah, he'll be fine for tomorrow. Just a maintenance day.
You had mentioned becoming a man's team the other day. Is that something that coming in you knew needed to happen for this team?
Yeah, I mean, you look at your roster and you know, more like play like a man, not because you're young or because you're a younger kid. It's coming in the league and you got to play a man's game. And if you're successful in the NHL, you get success by playing a man's game. And don't get me wrong, there's lots of boys in our team and around the league, but you have to play a man's game, and you know we're doing that consistently. You know, not every night, but when we do, we'll be a real good team.
How do you turn a team that's coming out of a development stage like that? Is it tough love, kind of like you showed Lafreniere the other day?
Yeah, there's a combination of all that. I mean, coaching, you know, we discuss stuff all the time. I mean, you know, you can't be Mr. Good Guy all the time, and you can't be always on them either. It's a fine line of that, and you try and do the best you can with that, and you're trying to make the best decisions as a coach. And, you know, we all want to get better. We all want to be on a good team. So players, coaches, managers, trainers, everybody. So like I said, you try and do the best you can with that and work with it. And so far, I think it's been okay.
I don't know, you didn't have Chris today, so I don't know if your lines as they were constructed today or
Yeah.
what you can go tomorrow, but it looked like you have Goudreau up with Mika, and then you have Laffy down with Bill. Is that something that you're considering, and so what?
We're definitely considering. I mean, I think on the road trip you've seen they played really well together with Laffy down there. So it's not a, like I said, if things are going perfect, you keep your four lines rolling. That's the best news for a coach. But last game wasn't good. I think Laffy, Hedel, and Blazer had real good success on the road in a couple of those games. So we might go back with that. Not sure today for sure. Like I said, Clyde wasn't there today, but we'll see. And that's the thing about what's going on. This, you know, with you're trying to make lines up all the time, and until game day, you really don't know.
Do you think that maybe has the potential to spread the scoring a little more evenly if you have Laffy down there?
I think if you look at the balance, definitely, yeah. There's no doubt. Yeah, and you know, like I said, it's. He enjoyed the few games that he played down there with those guys. He enjoys playing with whoever he wants. Laffy's an easygoing kid. He just wants to play well, and, you know. So he gets disappointed when he doesn't have a good game. Like the other night, he talked about that, and you know, he was on himself harder than we were on him. That's for sure.
What does that say to you that he was hard on himself and kind of put the blame on his shoulders in that situation?
Well, that's, you know what? I mean, you got to look at him. I think he's 19 years old. I don't know if he turned 20 yet, but he's played in the NHL for 1 year, and it was a tough year with COVID and 56 games. So really, I mean, if you really look at it, he's still probably a rookie in this league. I mean, you know, he's not by games played, but he's a young kid that didn't have a normal NHL start to his career. It's not easy. You know, those kids that, you know, I wasn't in the league last year, and I heard lots of stories and what happened and how things were ran. You couldn't leave your hotel room and stuff like that. So that's tough on those kids. So really, I mean, if you look at it, it's probably it's like a rookie year for him this year.
You sense a maturity from him, the way whether it's changing the lineup or the way that he speaks. I mean, do you see that he's a guy that seems to handle that stuff well?
Yeah, so far, like I said, from the day one at camp, he's an easygoing kid. He's a fun-loving kid. He works hard in practice. His conditioning is really good this year. So, but you know, it's just a matter of time. You know, he's played pretty well in certain games. In other games, he's been a little inconsistent. But that's our team. That's not just Laffy. That's the NHL. That's players all over this league.
Last thing I wanted to ask you, I don't know if you have any reaction or any comments you'd like to share about the stuff going on with the Blackhawks, and from a league perspective, just, you know, outside looking in, what you think maybe the lessons learned from that could be.
Well, no, I'm gonna, you know, the victims, Kyle came out, and I watched that press conference last night, and I'm sure you all watched that too. So it's really tough to watch, and really chokes you up, you know, just as a person watching that. I didn't know the kid personally, but you know, the positive thing that I took out of that last night was he talked about the healing, and, you know, that's going to take place now, you know, so he feels a lot better about it. He came out publicly and got it off his chest for 11 years, so that's got to be real tough on the kid. But I think he's courageous, did an outstanding job when he came out last night, and, you know, tough situation, but hopefully he can heal and feel a lot better about himself.
Is there a lesson to be learned from the game the other night?
Well, we talked about this for as long as, even when I played the game, you come off those road trips and you have success and you're coming back for that first game and it's always tough. And again, I hate making excuses, but everybody you talk to, it's hard lessons, but it's something that happens all the time. And it's a shame it happened because I thought we played a pretty good second and third period, but that first period was tough. So hopefully, you know, guys learn from it. We talk about it all the time as coaches, players talk about it. And for whatever reason, it just keeps happening to teams. And it's not just our team. It's a lot of teams that come off those long road trips, and their first game back home is a tough one.
You sense they're a little rejuvenated after a couple days off and having the meeting and everything?
Yeah, we had a lot. I mean, I think we played the most games in the league, you know, at that time, and they looked a little tired in that game and a little flat. And I think the 3 days off is going to really help us, and we'll see tomorrow night, but I sure hope it does.